decided to go to a new park called Epic Universe. I'm gonna give you a little introduction of Epic.
So right now
This
we're in
is a
Super
new theme
Mario. I'll
park
let
that
you know how
recently
this
was
ride
built
is.
this year, and Universal decided to kind of build a park that's more catered to kids and families that grew up around Nintendo. They did a pretty good job. There's some good and some bad about this park, but I'm gonna show you some YouTube clips. The first thing that I want to say is, as you're approaching Epic, there's a big, long walk that you have to do from entering the park to exiting the park. There's two gates that open up that will lead you into Epic, and you gotta get checked in through security. They pat you down, check all your items before you get in, just like City Walk. But the difference between City Walk and Epic Universe is that Epic is a little convenient when it comes to traffic. To get to Epic probably takes around 35 minutes rather than, an hour to 10 minutes to Universal Orlando Resort. The bad thing that I didn't like about the park is that I realized that some of the items are kind of like overpriced, like the food, and some of the rides, they kind of didn't add that spark that I wanted. Like, Super Mario. The Super Mario ride that they had was basically based off of Mario Kart, a Nintendo DS game, where you're picking the characters that you want in the game, and you decide what car you're gonna drive to play in the race. So when you're in the Mario Kart, ride, they give you these helmets that you have to put on the back of your head, and you have to tighten it with these goggles that help you see 3D images of the actual race. And to be honest, the helmet is uncomfortable. I didn't like that, and it pretty much didn't serve a purpose. It's not gonna protect you from any injuries or anything. It's basically made out of plastic, thin pieces of plastic. And the goggles that they gave you, they easily pop off, so they're not gonna stay, put when you're using it. Another thing that I really noticed is that as you're walking to one ride to another, there's a big distance between Super Mario to How to Train Your Dragon to Stardust and Dark Universe. The only ride that I pretty much enjoyed was basically sitting down in a simulator in a chair, and it kind of travels you the whole implement other ways to gravitate to the audience besides using the main seller of Mario, because there's different games besides Mario and Super Mario Bros. That you can showcase that can kind of provide value to the people. Because if someone like me that goes to a theme park sees that all the time, I'm pretty much gonna get bored of that. I want to see something new. So I feel like that's what Epic needs to do to kind of bring in it's like $6, and so on and so forth. So as you go into the park, make sure you have your discount. Make sure you have your money because you're gonna be spending quite a few dollars.